hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to do the Q&A today, that is Saturday, that I normally do on Friday night. And I titled this, Is Your Product on Trial? So that's based on somebody's question that had to do with how much time do we give our customers before we make them business partners. So I'm going to wait till a few people join and come out of the woods, say hello. And yeah, and Larry, what's up? Good to see you, Larry. Larry in Ohio. Hope you're doing well. I saw in your post you had some back problems, so I hope everything's going better for you. Hey, Micah, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and wait for a few more, and then we're going to get started. Steve, nice to see you. Dennis, good to see you. Forgot where you're from, but good to see you. And yes, Steve in New Jersey. I hope you're doing well, Steve. How's New Jersey? You guys all locked down, or can you get out and still do something? Gene, nice to see you. Yes, Larry, good to see you as well. Normally I do the Q&As on Friday night, but I was on a virtual live last night. And hey, Andrina, nice to see you in Texas. How's the mommy? Hope you're doing well. I had to come to this side of the house to get away from the kids so I could do a call. They can be sort of, well, they're kids. What can I say? Oh, what room is this? This is one of the guest bedrooms, okay, in the house. So I'll show you. Anyway, so you can see. Anyway, right there. Same artist in all the paintings that you see. It's Pino. So I love his work, and it's got its own little library like a lot of the rooms do. But you can see, maybe if I stand back here, the bed. And walk-in closet. Again, that's another work of Pino right there, the artist. Love his stuff. Love his stuff, man. And then I got the drapes drawn so I can have the right light. And that's Pinot as well. Anyway, so this is just one of the guest rooms. Anyway, I've never slept in that bed, so I don't know what it's like. Hey Janice, nice to see you. So I don't think we have George with us unless he jumped on and I don't know it. George, if you're in the room, you can say you're in the room. Hey Gary, nice to see you. Nice to see you. But I know Andrina's in the room. So, and this, the title of this video is basically based on her question: is your product on trial? And here's what Andrina said. She said here, how much time do we give our customers before we make them business partners? I have a few that want to see results first before starting to work the business. Okay, I totally get that, because sure, I've been through all that for decades of time. This is a common response, especially if you're in the wellness product part of network marketing, which the largest part of network marketing is part of that segment, the wellness. So the thing is, it's the typical comment that we're used to, that, well, I'll try the product and if I get results, then I'll promote it. The problem with that is the product is on trial. And as long as your product is on trial, what's going to happen is that you got this waiting period. Well, how long is going to be enough time for them to know whether they got results? Is it going to be 1 month, 2 months? And think about it. If you got that long of a time delay in the process of trying to build a team, you're months behind. How do you collapse that and get them right to really the decision? There's a couple of things to look at. And it's very important to set it up, the right way when you do this. And so, for example, let's just say that you have this great wellness product, whatever it is. Okay. Most people that you introduce it to, this is a question I have for you, are they sick to begin with? Probably not. They're probably okay. Their health is probably okay. That's the whole idea. Prevention is just what it sounds like. It's called prevention, right? And so it's the idea that if we give our body good nutrients, whatever, we're going to be healthy people. We're going to stay healthy people. That's the idea, staying healthy. Nothing wrong with people who are not healthy getting good, healthy products. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that most people that you're going to run into, it's going to be like that. Unless you're chasing an ambulance, and you're looking for people with, acute disease, which I don't find that very positive, okay? That's not a very good marketing strategy, because the majority of the people out there are not going to have those problems. So the thing about it is, when a person that you introduce the product to, whatever your product is, and they have that comment that, well, I'll try it, and if I get results, then I'll recommend it. My response to that always is, well, how do you feel now? Well, how do you feel now? Oh, I feel fine. It's not going to change that. Betty, it's not going to change that. The whole idea of this is keeping you fine, right? Staying fine. Staying healthy. That's the idea here. Let me ask you, Betty, do you have car insurance? Well, of course. Okay. Does it make your car look better? Does it keep it clean? Keep it polished? Does it make it drive better? No, it doesn't do any of that. Then why do you spend money on it? Why do you have it? Well, I want to protect my investment. Betty, that's what this is. This is protecting your investment. You see, if you already feel fine, you already feel healthy, it's not going to change that. It's not supposed to change that. It's supposed to keep you healthy. It's an investment, just like insurance is an investment to a car. The difference is, what has greater value to you, your car or your life? Well, my life. Okay. That's your best investment. And that's what this is about. So for that reason, and here's step two, Andrina. Here's step two. Again, they want to see that, how the product's going to work on them. They're thinking that way. This was the example of, if you feel great, it wants to keep you that way. And the illustration being, why you got insurance on your car. Here's the pushing point, the tipping point, the pushing point is get them in your Facebook groups where they can listen and read stories about people that had incredible results, and they're sharing those results. You do that because you don't want them to put the product on trial. Like I said, Betty, you see, I'm going to add you to this group. I'm going to tag you in a few stories. I want you to see what's going on with people so that you understand what you have here, okay? That this product, Betty, it's not on trial. It's not on trial. Look at the results people are having. So the reason why we do that is to get them out of that time delay where they're going to spend months putting your product on trial. Oh my gosh. And then think about it. Who are they going to prospect? People who are going to put the product on trial for months. Who are those people going to prospect? People who are going to put the product on trial for months. You're always months behind in your business, and then you're saying, man, why doesn't this grow? It's because of the way we set it up. We allowed that. And so the thing about it is, what I want to do is the best thing you can do, again, is just help them to understand that if they feel great, if they feel healthy, this is meant to keep it that way. Number two, the product's not on trial. Add them to a group. Now my question, Betty, is really, who wouldn't want to be on this product? And look at the business opportunity behind it. So that's usually how I approach that. And hey, Tamara, how are you? And then Eden, is Eden present? She says, rebuilding your team sounds easy enough, but sometimes it's discouraging. I know we should always be building, but I'm asking from the once comfortable spot where most things were on autopilot and one may not have diligently been building, and now the winds have changed. Now the winds have changed, and it's time to jump back in the game. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's really true, isn't it? That's the reason why it's like Winston Churchill said one time during World War II, fighting Germany. He said, success is never final. That's the reason why we should always, always keep working, mastering the skill set of introducing our opportunity to somebody, that is prospecting them, the invitation, and then sending them a video or however you present it. Right now, it's being done that way mostly today because of the situation the world's in. And then third, the follow-up and putting them in. So there's Eden. There she is. She is. Success is never final. And so the thing is, yeah, and I don't know if you were talking about yourself or somebody in your team. But yeah, it's sometimes, yeah, if you haven't, if it's been on autopilot. Matter of fact, I go back to when I met Ray Higdon 3 years ago. We had lunch, and he asked me, he said, well, how many people do you sponsor every month? And he thought I was a sponsor monster. And I looked at him and said, what? He said, well, how many people do you sponsor every month? I said, Ray, I don't do that. He said, what? I said, I haven't sponsored in 15 years, man. He said, how are you making money? I said, it's called residual income, okay? That meant I built 3 very strong legs, built them to China, and that was it. Oh, okay. So Eden says myself and some of my team. So that's the thing. It's a matter of just getting wet again, isn't it? And yeah, it's if you haven't done it in a long time, yeah, I understand. It's just it's like anything. If we don't go to the gym, we let ourselves go. You don't practice yoga, you get stiff, right? And then now you want to get back into it. It's like, oh my gosh, is this what I really did? it's Here's the thing. Treat it as an adventure. As an adventure. You're getting back into the jungle, and it's going to be fun. Just have fun with it. Just connect with people. Enjoy the people that you connect with. Make them feel good about the connection they're having with you. Again, I talked about that earlier about, conversations, getting back into your Facebook group or your network in your Facebook, whether it's 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and start reaching out to people and start having conversations. Send them a voice message. And yeah, great. Andrina says she's having fun with it. Send them a voice message. Look at any previous conversation. You may not have talked to them in 3 years. Look in the messenger and see what you talked about before, if you talked to them, if you chatted. And you can use that as a reference point and then send them a voice message. If they see it and they don't ever respond back to you, then that means they're not going to connect with you or have conversations with you. Then take them out. Take them out and start reconnecting with new people. Just get the ball rolling. Really, at the end of the day, it's not going to be so much about your product, your opportunity. It's going to be how they resonate with you. So are you good at selling you? And I'm not talking about be something you're not. I think it's very important just to be yourself and be authentic. The very fact that you even show up is something most will never do, because they just want to copy and paste and message, because that's what their upline told them what to do. Hey, honey, good to see you. So that's the thing. Hey, Jesse, nice to see you. So, this is the generation of networkers we see today. They're the copy and paste networkers. Copy, paste, spam, They don't build any rapport. They add people to their page, or they reach out to them and, hey, will you look at what I'm doing? And they haven't made any contribution in the relationship whatsoever. They haven't gone to their page and acknowledged anything about that person. And yet they want that person to look at their opportunity. How many, and again, there's too much of that. Too much of that. Because there is too much of that, people wonder why it doesn't work. It doesn't work because everybody's doing it that way. And it doesn't work. What works is treating people how they want to be treated, and that is as a human being. Have a conversation with that person. Get to know that person. Reach out to that. I'm not talking about endless rapport. I'm not talking about months where you go on and you just, hey, I really enjoyed your son's piano video that he did, that you posted. I think he's totally awesome. It's not that. It's not about going on for months. We're talking about in a short period of time of sending out a voice message, connect to their page, and then get back to them. Have some rapport. But I'm not talking about endless rapport. I'm not talking about weeks and weeks, because again, that just you're pushing the progress of your business way back. So just continue. Matter of fact, I mentioned that on a live not too long ago. Do 10 a day. Go in your network. Go through your network. Do 10 a day. The ones that see your message and they don't respond, take them out. Connect with new people. You can also do that through Facebook groups that you have interest in. It could be in anything, any field of interest that you have. Start making connections and give value. Acknowledge the posts that people make, so that way at least they know that you did that. So that when you send them a friend request, want to add them, then they know at least who you are. And then engage with them. Not endless rapport. Start engaging with them, and that's it. what wins here is consistency, not showing up now and then. Consistency. I'd rather see you do a little every day than showing up every now and then with some incredible post, incredible picture of you on the beach or whatever, or every now and then acknowledging something that somebody does. It's the consistency is what wins. You can be average and consistent and win. You can be spectacular, show up every now and then, and totally lose. That's the thing. So, unless someone, did anyone? Oh yeah, there was one other question. Let me see, one other. Is George here? I don't know if George is here. He's not used to Saturdays. He usually does my screenshots and sends them to me because when I'm talking, I'm not looking at the comments at the time. So here's Joe Hansel. He's from the, let me see, Dominican Republic. He said, my question is it recommendable to have a weekly meeting for presentation in which team members are encouraged to invite prospects and maybe a second one for a training every week? So here's the thing. Let's see. Venue meetings used to have that frequently, but now it can be done through Zoom. That's correct. So here's the thing. Here's the answer to that, Joe Hansel, and I understand. I love Spanish people. They love to get together. They love face-to-face. They love meetings. I think it's great, awesome. And now because of COVID, you can't do that, right? So, hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you, Jennifer. Here's what, yeah, sure. That's what I would do now. So we adapt, we change, right? So I think it's a great thing to have presentation meetings on Zoom Live. And then that way you can bring your leaders. They can see a presentation done that you've prepared, possibly a PowerPoint, and they can get the benefit of that. And then after that, you can, each person that invited a prospect can get back to that prospect and then answer any questions that they have and put them in the business, either as a customer or as a leader. I think it's great. So, and then as far as having like a separate meeting for people who join, that's always wise. Do a Zoom call and then keep it simple. The important thing is getting new people to take action, giving them just a few basic steps, and that's it. They're off. And that's all they need to do. It's just that. Get them to experience just a little success, sponsoring customers, sponsoring people who join them in the business, and then they start believing it will work. So I think Zoom calls are great for that. They really are great for that. So I don't think, is anybody else, let me see, did I miss it? Well, it's hard to go back. If you have a question, you can post it, because I don't have George today. Hey, Mitch, good to see you. You're probably in the gym. I'm going there eventually. I did this last night. Got so mad at these bears. You know my bear stories. So there's a bear on my lower part of my house that connects to the deck. I open the door, go out, right? He lets out and drops a big one right in front of the door, and I don't see it, and I stepped right in it in my gym shoe. Wasn't too happy about that. But I guess that was his way of saying, why didn't you leave me something to eat tonight? They have a way of getting, revenge. You know what I mean? When they get irritated, it's like, you didn't leave me anything. And this is what you get. I'm going to lay a big one right in front of your door. And sure enough, I walked right into that. I didn't see it. Laugh about it now. It wasn't too funny at the time. Had to go clean off my gym shoe before I went to the gym. Oh boy. They have a very bad sense of humor. And then there's one mother bear, I really don't like her. I really don't. I love her babies. She's got 3 babies. They're beautiful cubs. I just enjoy them, but they're growing up. So that she's got sort of a mean disposition, so every now and then I have to get out my pellet rifle and pop her in the butt, let her know, because she has tantrums, temper tantrums, I mean. But, and then there's a mother with two. She's just as gentle as can be. She will let me almost pet those cubs, But anyway, different personalities in bears. That's one thing I've appreciated. They're all very different. And the male bears are like, they don't like conflict. They don't want to fight. Nope. There's two male bears that come around, and when they see the two mothers show up with their cubs, they're like, I'm not getting in that. They'll stand way back in the distance and just watch. Anyway, everyone, have a great weekend. Whatever you do, be safe, okay? Just if you haven't had COVID yet, you don't want to get it. It'll slow your game down. I was just talking to a leader in India, and he actually shared a place with two other people that both have COVID. They tested positive. He tested, it was negative, and he ended up having to go get another place to live. Yeah, the hormones, that's right. So, but yeah, it's moving pretty fast. So just be safe in what you do, and stay healthy, okay? Wear a mask if you get in tight quarters, and make sure it's an N95, because cloth doesn't work. But stay safe, okay? And then we'll reconnect. I'll put out some value again tomorrow. I appreciate you guys and gals joining me in my room today. It was nice. Thanks again for tuning in. Talk to you soon.